So we're set up for another game again. This time it's Groms Goblins of the Misty Mountains versus Vampire Counts. And as you can see, we're in sort of like a swampy area. Well, we're saying it's a swamp. It doesn't look much like a swamp, but these are swamps. Okay. So the battle this time is it's kind of like a modified version of. Just like it's sort of like a regular skirmish match, but we have to take out each other's generals. It's the only way we can win. If our generals aren't taken down, it's a draw. So it's going to be a difficult one, I think, for both of us. So it'll be an interesting battle. All right, Greg. So if you want to go through your team just over here, well, you see I'm facing Greg again. Yeah. If you just want to go through your team over here.
Well, these guys are Black Knights.
Yep.
And a Vampire.
Yep.
Skeletons with spears. Crypt Guard?
Grave Guard, yeah, same thing, yeah.
Grave Guard, yeah. With I think there's supposed to be a sorceress in there, isn't
there? No, she's up there.
That's right, there's a sorceress on the corpse cart.
Yep.
Not a vampire?
No, sorceress, another sorceress,
not
yeah.
Necromancer.
Another Necromancer, level 2 there and a level 4 there.
Yeah. And just some more
skellies,
which I'm using. Yeah,
okay, cool. Over here, I have my regular chariot combo over here with Grom. I have 3. These are swamp trolls, so we use them as river trolls as opposed to regular stone trolls. I've got a giant, good old trusty. We've got a big horde unit of 100 gobos and 20 wolf riders with Gritilla the Hun at the front there, Hunter. So on to... Actually, not quite sure whose turn one it will be. We'll have to just roll off. So I roll a big 4.
Evens.
Roll again. 5 and 3. Okay, so it's me again. Alright, so Goblin turn 1. So for the first turn, that was a pretty damaging turn for me. I lost the whole 2 guys from going through difficult terrain, and my magic went off big time. I actually did kill 2 of my own goblins from a, calamitous or something like that, explosion. Detonation. So, but yeah, my Curse of the Bad Moon went over here, and boy did we massacre skellies and stuff. But I mean, they're going to come back. I mean, that's what Skeleton's all about. So, on to Greg's turn 1. Greg, feel free to narrate what happened that turn. Yeah, it was a pretty poor one. The magic sort of... Well, the funny thing was he rolled really, really high for the undead magic. And then just rolled terribly on all his casting. He blew up some of his own guys over there. He did manage to summon some skeletons, but that might be to his own detriment because my guys might go crashing straight through that. He failed over here with both his invocations of Nehek. So nothing came back, which was terrible for undead. So yeah, a pretty bad turn on Greg's behalf there. So it's not like he played it bad. It's just that the dice screwed him. So we'll have to see what happens on my next turn. Greg just summed it up right there. Really interesting turn. The skeletons over here got absolutely decimated, but my overrun went nowhere. My Curse of the Bad Moon shredded his troops. I mean, I blew the living crap out of them. And my trolls actually managed to get a charge in on the skellies. We won combat only by 4, so that's going to slow us down. Oh, this was funny. Failed my animosity test over here. Failed my animosity test over here. So these guys did nothing. Woo! So they're probably going to receive a charge this turn. I guess we'll have to wait and see for Greg's turn. So that turn was a little catastrophic for me. The center of the board just sort of collapsed. They're all in retreat, really hoping they rally. My trolls got whooped and had a bit of a run, but we did destroy the unit of Black Knights over here, so that was a bonus. Greg, do you remember what happened in the magic phase?
Well, I actually got some guys back, thank God.
How That's why
I
that
think
unit's
that's
so
all
large.
that happened. Everything
Well,
else got dispelled, or
she did have a miscast, though.
oh yeah. That's where we got our guys back though.
Yeah, that's right,
Yes, and she got drained of all their spells.
yeah. Yep. So that's kind of a bonus for me in a sense.
But all my other magic failed or got dispelled.
Alright, so on to next Goblin turn. So the poor undead in the middle of the table got a bit smashed this turn. My goblins here charged the skellies and decimated the unit and then flanked into the graveguard here. My boys run up around the back. And my giant picked up the vampire and stuffed him in his bag. He's on 3 wounds though, so he could potentially go down, but I don't see it happening this game. Yeah, my magic was pretty dangerous. I bad mooned again and crushed a hell of a lot of stuff. My bad moon's been paying off hardcore this game. So the vampire counts have to pull something pretty magnificent out to win this one, I reckon now. That turn for Vampire Counts wasn't as good as he'd hoped. He countercharged my Wolf Riders here and did some damage, but it just wasn't enough to make him flee. I can't believe it.
Oh, my fucking magic.
It was so close. His magic was terrible. He didn't bring anything back. I counterspelled it. I used my counter scroll. Yeah, so really it wasn't a good turn for him. So we got a feeling it's going to be over next turn. So on to my next turn. I just wanted to take a little film of this just to show the ridiculous amount of models that are in combat this turn. It's pretty much everything on the entire board is in this giant combat. So we're just about to resolve it, and then we'll do the turn wrap-up. And that's the wrap-up. After that combat, there are literally no skeletons, no vampire count, anything left on the board.
There was this unit.
Yeah,
here.
but they're about to crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really, pretty much game over, I'd say. It was a good game though. Vampires.
No, it wasn't.
Oh well, okay, they put in a valiant effort. Their magic just kind of fucked them up quite a lot. But yeah, look, good game, Greg. Thanks for playing another one with me today. And yeah, so we'll be back with probably Scotty's game next, I reckon. Yeah, I think that's Scotty's and Paul's games are up next. So until next time.
What's up against Chad?